All right, welcome back. Today we talking about the fourth great ninja war, one of the mediocre arcs when it comes to one of the final arcs in a series, and of course with the high expectation Naruto. It does give us some cool moments, some father and son moments with Minato and Naruto. I think it's a major plot hole that Minato has Sage mode, but it's explained sort of. It can just throw in a wrench. But yeah, if we go look at the fourth grade ninja war first, let's start the recap of the fourth grade ninja war. It starts off with Naruto getting out of the water fountain. What is he doing? He's trying to master Kurama. This is where he gets his KCM1 mode. That is the official start off to the fourth grade ninja war. Personally, I do not care what has happened before that. I will not remember, nor will I rewatch that. Anyway, um, if we go follow this, we have Tamari and the other Konoha 12 out there fighting for their lives against these white Zetsus and these reincarnations. We get some cool emotional moments where Tsunade meets her younger brother, lover. Tsunade meets her lover. Sai meets his young. I think it was Sai's brother in arms, or Sai's actual younger brother in the fight. So we get those emotional moments. Now, personally, I am not emotionally connected to Sai because he is trash. So if we look at if we look at that fight, let's pass that on. Now we get one of the most emotional fights in the series, a very underrated fight where it's Asuma versus his own team, where he sees how much they've grown, and Shikamaru hates him for leaving. Now this is a top 30 fight in Naruto easily if I had to make a tier list again, because it is emotional. You have the build up and you have the connection to these characters, and you get to see underrated characters fight. During this fight, you have Darui versus the Kinkaku and Genkaku. Then you have the fight with Madara, the most top 10 one versus crowd, two meteors, everything you want in that fight just happens with Madara, where he massacres thousands of shinobi. Okay? Anyway. So if we pass so he throws down two meteors and basically calls everyone bums. Then if we look at that fight, it really wasn't a fight. It was more like a 1v everyone, see who could survive kind of thing. But that was a fun fight, 1v crowd fight. Anoki shows his powers. You get to see the former Raikage's fight. Gaara's emotional moment with his father, saying, "Oh snap, you got friends? Surprise, Because even Gaara's father was surprised that he made friends. So clap it up. And in that fight, Gaara becomes stronger than his father Raza. The third Raikage still whoops butt, sort of. But then Naruto, who is stronger than him in his KCM thing, blitzes him, sort of. It is a clone. And injures him in the fight. So Naruto is easily the strongest one on the battlefield besides Madara. So that happens. They seal both of them off. Anoki's master or the former Kage before him, they do particle styles. It is a fun thing. They seal him off because he probably was the strongest one out of the Kages. That was Raza. Third one, Anoki's former Kage, and then the former Mizukage that was out there that was doing his thing. I really don't remember him. I think he was pretty weak or just didn't have enough moments in the arc as a whole. They all get sealed off as the potential threat. Madara comes in, beats everyone, awakens the Rinnegan, of course. Now, in this emotional arc, you do see Itachi and Nagato team up, which is a team up, if you've watched Naruto for a long time, that you've wanted to see. Of course, they team up. They was whooping B and KCM1 Naruto until Itachi, that put a crow in Naruto's mouth, breaks out of the reanimation jutsu, that genjutsuing himself, which is pretty smart, to trick himself to protect the leaf, obviously, then in turn one-shots Nagato. Now, if you think Nagato or Nagato or Itachi wins in a fight, please check out Swag's or Sess. I forgot which one made that video. It's Swag, I think. Swag has a video about Itachi versus Pain. I highly recommend you check it out. He goes into full depth and detail for it. I wish I could make that video. I'll get there. Now, if you rate the arc 10 out of 10 before we go into the Kaguya arc, it is easily 8.5 out of 10, because you get the moment where you see Minato and the former Kages awaken. You see the former Hokages awaken. You see how strong Hashirama is compared to his younger brother right after him, and compared to his two successors. Because Orochimaru does point out that he could break out of the jutsu whenever he wants. Whenever he wants, he could just leave, right? Like Madara did the same thing to Kabuto, because Kabuto, weak controlled, he was like, yeah, I'm out. So though Itachi was a hero at the end of the day, he didn't do nothing because he couldn't take Madara, the biggest pawn, off the field. Oh, you also get an Itachi and Sasuke team up, which is pretty cool with their Susanos. Play it through. I think playing it is better than you watching the fight. So if you play the fight on Naruto Storm anything, it's a very fun fight. Top 5 fight, playing wise. Watching it is kind of trash. Anyway, with the fight with, now you see Minato with the Nine Tails cloak, which really isn't explained how he got KCM2, or if you could debate if he has KCM2, because you could debate if that might just be his Hokage cloak or that is KCM2 in general. Because if it is KCM2, then yeah, I think he's above Naruto with KCM2. I think Minato has a stronger KCM2 than Naruto based off of just hacks, and KCM2 Minato would beat KCM2 Naruto. But if you think it's his cloak, then that's KCM1 Minato would lose to KCM2 Naruto. Obviously, Hashirama is stronger than them both in KCM2. So he does his thing. You see Obito reveal himself, emotional fight. You see God, they figure out his tactics. He can't hit and phase at the same time. So they break his mask. You find out it's Obito, which is pretty obvious. And then you see him awaken all the former tailed beasts, which were all reanimated, I think. They all get sealed into the ghetto statue, and then the 10 Tails is awakened because the 9 Tails is quickly stolen, and Naruto dies for a quick minute. Choice of celebration, because that could have been the end of the series. But nah, they pulled off a Pokemon. They cried about it, and they was pumping his heart. So actual medical stuff was going on during that arc. But if we just look at it from a perspective, let's continue with the recap. My fault. Let's continue with the recap. Sasuke also dies during this arc, so both of them die. That was a fun experience. Now, if you move on, they are both revised with new powers by the six paths of the Sage of the Six Paths. Hagoromo revived them with new powers, where they co-rock with Madara, and they go to town on Madara. But since Madara does have Hashirama cells, he is able to regenerate, and with the 10 Tails help, he is able to compete. Now, Naruto and Sasuke are able to beat him to his knees, but then he gets quickly backstabbed by Zetsu himself. Zetsu says, "Oh, this was all part of the plan." And Kaguya is awakened. Let's count that as the fourth Great Ninja War. Then they go beat Kaguya. You get a Sakura moment. Sakura is actually very useful in this arc. So Sakura gets her moments during this arc. They beat Kaguya and they seal her off, and that would count towards the start of Boruto. I will go into detail the Kaguya fight in the next video. Like and subscribe for more. Check in the description for my socials. Follow all the socials. I stream Dragon Ball Legends on TikTok, I stream gaming videos on Twitch. Notify yourself by following my socials when I go live, so you don't miss a thing. We jamming out, we were listening, and we playing the game. So follow my socials, get alerts, subscribe. Yeah, I'm gonna start streaming tomorrow because I'm waiting for like one more piece though. But like and subscribe. Have a nice one and see ya.